I'm going to demystify ice cream, and I do it as simply as Cuisinart 2-quart machine. For the most basic version, you just need a bowl, and we're going to use some heavy cream, some milk, and some sugar. I'm not always lush with ingredients, so what I like to do is measure out the thing I have the least of, and then make a ratio based on that. I'm reducing a lot less waste that way. If I just go and measure the milk and I don't have enough cream, then what's the point? Usually I'm low on this stuff. This is just 2 cups of cream, and then I'll use a cup of milk. The thing is a ratio. I like to do 3 and then 1.5, but we'll do a 2/3 batch. And that's all I do is do some math. I'm going to demystify this for you though. And it doesn't have to be crazy accurate. We're not going by the milliliters here. Because we cut the cream and the milk and stuff, we're going to cut the sugar. It would normally be whatever, but that's not important. We're going to go almost a cup of sugar. This is what makes it scoopable. So besides the fat, you have to have a certain amount of sugar in there. You have to have a certain amount of fats. And then, most important, some vanilla. And this is another point for me. It'll say 3/4 tablespoon, 2/3 of a teaspoon or whatever. It's not that serious. You can round up your flavor, please. My point is, if you're using vanilla pods or something and you scrape 3 instead of 2, is anything bad going to happen? No. If my recipe says 1 teaspoon of vanilla and I use 2, no issues. I promise. I'm going to do coffee ice cream. And we're going to use 6 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons of coffee for about a quart. And I know we did some math with the cream and stuff. It's not that serious. The only thing that is serious is that you whisk this up a little bit. And you don't even have to do that because this will start churning. And we'll get to that. That's the fun part. Now, this machine uses a bowl out of the freezer. You want it in there until it's in there for 6 hours, but you can tell because it's not sloshing around. I'll put that on there, get my, I think I just call it a, I don't know, blender. Stick that in there. I like to have this mixed up and ready to go before I take this out of the freezer. And it is literally this easy. Our little slurry, our base here, you just dump in there. That's all it is. That'll go.